up, y'all? I'm back for another video and it's super hot. Hold on, let me turn on the AC because I don't think I can sit through this video without AC. So today's video is about finding accommodations, whether you want to live here in Bali, whether you want to just stay for a month, whether you're staying just 1 week, whatever the case is. This is going to outline some places you can search, some places and things you can consider for like a comfortable stay here in Bali. I know that there's so many options out there and that there's so many different things that people might tell you. So I'm just here to give you your options. I'm not here to tell you or sway you to do any certain thing, but I'm just letting you know everything that's available to you so that you can make the best option for yourself. So the first option, obviously, as many of you know, you can stay in a hostel. Many hostels here are very cheap, so I'm gonna say maybe you'll be spending maybe close to $10 or $20 a week, just depending on how nice the hostel is and what all is included. Maybe breakfast is included, so that's another cost cut out. So many of the hostels here, I will give it to them, feel very homey, very comfortable, so you should not have a problem with staying there for a long period of time. And I think maybe the longer the better in some cases. Second option that you can do, and many teachers do it when they arrive here, is stay in something called a cost. And that's cost with a K. And a cost is just pretty much an extended hotel room. You'll have the space to yourself, and you'll probably have a bathroom en suite, and then a shared kitchen where you provide your own groceries. Costs are very popular here, and you pay on a monthly basis. You'll probably be paying something around $2 million to $3 million, depending on how nice it is and what's included, once again. But I think that's a pretty good deal. And usually, internet is included, power is included, water is included, so just consider all that into the price. The third option, if you don't want to spend very much money, is staying at a homestay. And pretty much what this is staying with a local family in a spare bedroom or a spare guest house. And I would say it's similar to a cost, except of course you're with the family and there might be some added perks. Perhaps you'll have breakfast and dinner, and maybe they'll help arrange different like excursions and things like that. So there's some added benefits there, and I would say homestays cost about as much as a cost. So you're looking at about $2 million, $3 million per month. But I also want to add, this largely depends on the area that you're staying in. So if you're staying somewhere like Denpasar, extremely cheap. If you're staying somewhere like Canggu where there's a lot of digital nomads, it might be a little bit more expensive. So just maybe add another $1 million to that. But I can't call it. But like I said, these are just your options. So another option you can consider, especially if you're into the digital nomad, e-commerce business, you can consider a co-living space. And pretty much what this is maybe some group of people have come together to rent a large villa, and you just rent a bedroom for any amount of time that you might need it. And it's a lot more flexible. So say you come for 1 month and you decide, hey, I want to go to Chiang Mai, it'd be a lot easier to get out of that and of course leave. So co-living spaces are very popular. They're not very popular in some areas. So I will say in Canggu it's very popular, Ubud it's very popular, and Kuta it's very popular. So if you're considering those areas, then you will find co-living spaces. And I think the best way to find a good co-living space is to do a Google search on co-living spaces in those areas. So co-living space Ubud, co-living space Canggu, or you can connect with other digital nomads that you know are in Bali and maybe ask them if they have an extra space, or maybe if they know any other villas or co-living spaces that are looking for tenants. So that's an easy way to find a spot here in Bali and not to be caught up in anything permanent. Another option you can consider if you want to stay longer term, maybe not even long term, but maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you can consider Airbnb. And you can also rent or book a property on a monthly basis. And honestly, the price goes down just a bit more if you rent on a monthly basis. The only thing with Airbnb is read carefully, because if you really take your time to read each description, you might end up with more than you bargain for. So for example, you might get a chef, you might have breakfast and dinner included, you might have a driver included. So read through those descriptions to find out what you need and to see what's included, because you might need something, you might not need something, but I would definitely consider booking through Airbnb. It just lays out all your options for you. You can see when it's available, you can see when it's not available, and then you can just do everything in one swoop. And then the last option that I want to bring to you guys' attention is that, of course, you can just go online and look through a database or go through a realtor, which is what I did to find my house that I currently live in. I went to a website called lamoody.co.id, I think. I'm gonna link it down below and you'll be able to go directly to the link. And what I did was just put in my criteria, what I was looking for, what area I was looking for, and the price, and found something right away. Lamoody is definitely a website used by locals and foreigners alike, so you're more likely to get a better and a more reasonable price, not a foreigner price, if you use lamoody.com. Then again, some people might be on there, you know, of course, giving ridiculous prices, but you can also determine for yourself what you think is reasonable and what you think is not reasonable based on what you can afford. But Lamoody, I would definitely co-sign on this website if you want something more permanent or you're looking to invest in something. Lamoody offers renting options, buying options, and they even offer land. So if you're looking to build a business here in Bali, or honestly, I think they have more countries included on that website, you can find land on that website too. So those are the options that I have. So if you want to find somewhere to live in Bali, it's incredibly easy. It can be a little stressful when it comes to finding everything that you want in an accommodation. So for example, maybe you want a motorbike. You can find an accommodation that offers a motorbike as well, but you're just gonna have to sift through those things and look and see and then make the best decision for you. So if you have any more questions about finding an accommodation here in Bali, leave them down below and then I'll make, you know, a follow-up video answering some of those questions. I have a lot of friends here in Bali that have different ways of how to find places to live. I think we all use different routes, but ended up finding something that we're happy with. So I can also ask my friends for a little bit of advice of what they think is a good way to find a place here in Bali and include that in a question and answer video. But for now, I would definitely recommend that you try the 4 or 5 options that I gave you just to find something that's feasible and reasonable, you know? I said this in a previous video and I'm gonna say it again. Don't look on Facebook. Do not look on Facebook. Don't go to Facebook unless you're looking to connect with someone who already has a place available. That might be a good way to find an accommodation. Otherwise, don't look, you know, for 2-bedroom villa on Facebook because you're going to be met with prices that are ridiculous. And you might get lucky and find something that's not ridiculous, but odds are you are. So I would recommend going to those places that I gave you first and then going from there, or just asking by word of mouth. I also want to add, for the solo traveler or the backpacker, if you haven't arranged anything before coming to Bali, like you just come to Bali on a whim, don't even worry about finding accommodations or booking something before, because you can honestly just walk into like a homestay or a hostel and they'll find a space for you. And if they don't have a space for you, then their friend or their family member has a space for you. So no worries when it comes to finding something off a whim. You'll always find a place to stay in Bali. You'll always find something affordable and probably something just tropical and beautiful. So, all right, I hope these tips really helped you out. And if you have some more tips to add, go ahead and put them in the comments because they might help me out when I find my next place and someone else who's looking for a spot now too. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave any suggestions for things you want me to cover in another video and I'll go ahead and do that for you. In the meantime, turn on your post notifications if you haven't already. I also do vlogs, informative videos like this one, and then I guess I don't know what else I'm gonna come up with. Some tutorials. I also have head wrap tutorials. And follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.